All right, so we got the Market Navigator today, and what we're seeing right now is a sell-off in lumber prices. Earlier this year, lumber's gained, though, around 20% over the last few months. So could this be the beginning of a new bull cycle for that building commodity? Let's ask now Kyle Little, the Chief Operating Officer over at Sherwood Lumber, a guest on our program frequently, Kyle, because you are our expert in lumber. So let's talk about the volatility we've seen in prices. We had you in the heyday, and I say that jokingly because the price of lumber was literally a roller coaster ride over several points over the last few years. What exactly is different or the same about the price action now?
Well, thank you for having me first. Great to be back. Really appreciate all that you guys have done in helping expand a little knowledge in our industry. Yeah, prices today are less than, we're more than triple what they were a few years ago. Right now, I would say lumber is in a relative phase of stabilization. We talked earlier this year about a bear market rally, which we had just weeks after we last spoke, and that culminated into the peak that we just are in the midst of selling off of. 2023 was really the supply price correction. 24 is now kind of building the foundation for that next cyclical move. We're not ready to totally confirm that move yet, but I think the question that remains to be seen is 2025 the beginning of the next bull cycle? And there's a lot of things that are telling us that we might be very close to that.
Yeah, this is nostalgic, Kelly, right, for you and I, because we had quite the storyline for lumber back in the day.
I don't know if they can expand that chart out to show, 2020, 2021, we were upwards.
The price action, oh yeah, it was crazy.
We're in the 500s, Kyle, now. There are going to be some people who are always looking, this is the Market Navigator, looking to make a trade. Should they be buyers of lumber here, or should they maybe think about fading this upward move?
I think there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace today, particularly just looking at the broad fundamentals in regard to tariffs and what they do to volatility in the marketplace. Many don't know, but in lumber, we've been in a tariff situation. This is not new news to us. We've been either having a tariff quota or a anti-dumping duty or otherwise since 1982. I think the most recent move this past year where we saw tariffs double after the softwood lumber agreement expiration, I think that had a lot of people confused. And then in addition to that, many don't realize that they are likely going to double again as we move into 2025, particularly the second half of 2025. And what does that mean that we should do? I mean, I think what we should do from a technical perspective is recognize what the market makeup is today, and particularly who's long, who's short, and then ultimately say who should I kind of ride the coattails and ride the wave. And for the last 18 months, we saw commodity funds be very grossly short over the last a year or so, only to reverse that position in its entirety and now moving more to a long position. And conversely, the producer merchants, commercial side of the trade was the opposite. They were very, very long during the down cycle and now are very short as we just begin this most recent up cycle. So could we see a short squeeze ahead? We are leaning towards that as particularly we see supply side challenges with the reduced supply over the last 18 months of roughly 3 billion board feet.
All right. Kyle Little, Sherwood Lumber, thank you very much. Always great to get your thoughts, and we appreciate it.